This video will show you how to measure for and order a made-to-measure compression therapy garment from the industry's premier supplier, Gottfried Medical. To measure for a glove, you'll need Form B1AW, Form B1W, a Gottfried finger measuring paper tape, a straight edge ruler, and a thin pencil or ink cartridge. Start by filling out both forms. Be sure to indicate whether the glove is for a burn or vascular condition, whether it's for the right or left hand, if open fingertips are desired, and if the glove is to end at the wrist or the elbow. For patients or customers who have heavy arms with a deep crease at the wrist, a glove that extends to the underarm is recommended. This will help keep the band of the glove from riding down into the crease. The first step is to make a tracing of their hand on Form B1AW. Have them remove any jewelry. Then position the hand directly on the form, palm down and fingers slightly spread. Keep the middle finger in a straight line with the long axis of the arm. The wrist should be aligned with the wrist line on the form. Hold the pencil perpendicular to the paper and carefully trace the outline of the hand. Make sure the wrist remains straight and that the pencil does not slant. The next step is to take measurements directly from the tracing and record them on the diagram on Form B1W. Start by measuring finger lengths from the highest point of the web to the fingertips. Record them in boxes A through D. If the glove is to have open fingertips, mark where you want the glove to end on each finger and write "Open" next to the appropriate box. Measure only to that point. Measure thumb length from the highest point of the web between the thumb and index finger to the tip of the thumb, or where the glove should end. Record it in box E. Boxes F, G, and H establish the distance from the wrist to the finger webs. Box I is the length of the thumb web. It's taken from the web of the index finger to an imaginary line extending from the thumb web. To measure circumference, use the finger measuring paper tape. Slide the tape over the finger to the specified location and pull gently to tighten. The circumference, measured to 1/8 of an inch, appears in the window. For example, the circumference of the index finger shown here is 2 2/8 inches. Record the circumference measurements in the oval boxes on Form B1W. Boxes 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 are taken at the first joint below the nail bed. Boxes 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are taken at the base of each finger, just below the second joint. If the joints are swollen, take an extra circumference at that point on the form. Box 11 is the circumference of the palm at the widest part just below the metacarpals, not including the thumb. Box 12 is the wrist circumference. It's taken at the base of the thumb, at the point where the skin creases when the wrist is bent. If their hand is contracted, take length measurements from the palm side, starting at the wrist crease. Measure the contour of the hand to each web, making sure to keep the tape perpendicular to the wrist crease. Do not take measurements from the top of the hand. Finger length measurements should be indicated on a tracing. To make the tracing, have them rest the hand on a small round object. If the fingers themselves are contracted, take measurements from inside between the fingers to where the glove tips are to end. Gottfried Medical offers many options to make the glove comfortable and easy to put on and take off. A zipper makes donning easier for patients or customers whose hands are recently healed, tender, or arthritic. For lymphedema and burn patients or customers, there are liners and inserts to provide extra pressure. And for those with a deep wrist crease, a top-of-wrist lining helps increase comfort. Remember, when measuring for a glove, carefully trace the hand on Form B1AW. Take length measurements directly from the tracing and transfer them to the boxes on Form B1W. Take circumference measurements using the Gottfried finger paper tape and transfer them to the numbered ovals on the form. If the hand is contracted, measure length on the palm side. For all compression therapy prescriptions, correct fit and pressure are absolutely critical. Only made-to-measure supports and garments can provide that kind of precision. And that's why healthcare professionals rely on Gottfried Medical. If you have a question or need assistance of any kind, our technical staff is just a toll-free call away and ready to assist you. Compression therapy is of great benefit in treating patients or customers with vascular or lymphatic conditions or scar-related injuries. Gottfried Medical made-to-measure products, with their superior fit and broad range of options, bring them a new level of comfort, convenience, and physiologically sound therapeutic effect.